Yesterday is so last year. Joke credit my sister. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you're happy and safe and you had a wonderful New Year's Eve. I thought we'd kick off the new year with something a little different today. I've been getting a very strange concentration of comments imploring that I share my guitar collection. So, plus I don't have to do a playthrough for the Patreon folks. This is going to be a wonderful New Year's Day activity. So, grab a little hair of the dog or whatever your thing is and let's go. All right. No particular order. This is my, this is a relatively more recent acquisition. This is I forget the year, newer than 2004, older than 2014. I don't know. So I don't really ever go looking for guitars particularly. My brother-in-law loves to go to estate auctions. So I got this off a dead guy. This is a Mexican Strat. I love Mexican Fenders because they're nice, but they're not so nice that you worry if you drop it. So this one gets beaten up by me. My friend on my Patreon, I think Jason, did send me a new bridge pickup, which is really nice. I forget what it is, but I mostly play this on the neck position. There's a little chord progression I was messing with this morning. A. That fret on the B string, and then E add 9. How pretty. For my some year Mexican Strat that I got for I think it was $120 because why not? This is the rare example of a guitar that I bought on purpose and kind of looked for. This was on my list of if I run into it and it's a crazy deal, or from a friend or something, and what do you know, my golf buddy Nick just happened to be selling this exact color I wanted, exact guitar. I didn't know he owned it. This is a medium road guitar. It's well, I forget the price that it was. I forget the price that I paid for it because I just paid for golf until the balance was paid off. But there are things I love about this guitar, this Gretsch. And there are things I don't love about it. I don't love the fact that it never stays in tune. I cannot get this thing to stay in tune. And if you do a bend on the G string, the whole thing goes out of tune. So I think that needs to be addressed by my guitar builder friend, and I will. I think the pickups do what they're meant to do. Not my favorite. So I think I'll switch out the pickups, in the someday bucket of things to do. It does sound nice. You can't, and I do like the smaller body than, some of the big, huge Gretsches. The brown Gretsch. This is where things are going to get fun for me. Those were the two that don't have cases. They're just sitting out. It's a rotating. I've got two more guitars, and then I've got cases. So I never quite know which guitar is in which case. Anyway, so I've had this case since probably 2003, and I used to be in this band called Breaking Code. That's what we were called. And these are a bunch of stickers from the bands we used to play with. Sap and Likewise. Joe from Likewise is a guitar luthier in Northern California. His name's Joe Webb. And he's got one of those cool blue SGs. Just things I remember. Anyways, I don't know what guitar's in here. Let's find out. And then I'll tune it up and assuming it works. Oh, cool. It's this one. You know this one. Here, let me address this. All right. This one began life as a Schecter PT. If you're a massive Pearl Jam fan, you may know why. Eddie Vedder played a Schecter PT for forever and ever. I left the amp the same because I just kind of want to illustrate how different pickups can drive an amp. I didn't touch a setting, but you can hear that this one breaks up the tubes quite a bit more. And so listen, this guitar's goal for me, and I'm just going to be honest here, was always to be my Eddie Vedder guitar. And the rosewood neck with the Schecter headstock that it came with didn't match the Eddie Vedder 80s Schecter, I think, that he has or had. I think it's hanging up in Wrigley Field now. Anyways, so I got a really nice USA Tele neck. And I had it put on, and I put these pickups in myself. We're talking about 22 years ago. I got these off eBay. These came out of a Les Paul, I think a Gibson Les Paul. I don't know what they are, but if I need to reach for a guitar that's gonna really hit the, you know, the tubes, this is the one. I love this guitar. By the way, ultimate freedom, best $35 you can spend on guitar gear are these little babies. I have 2 sets. I've got one plugged in charging all the time, and then I'm using one, and when it dies, no big deal. I just swap them out. One goes in the guitar, one goes in the first pedal, cable from pedal to amp. Here, I'll show you. And then you don't have a cable. You're not going to like trip on. It's wonderful. Recommend. Link in the description. There's the other unit, and there's the cable. My pedal board. This is my grandmother's silverware box, and I've got bags of pedals, and this is just always what I kind of go to. This is the overdrive pedal of destiny. The Sunset, the Strymon Sunset. You know, look into it. It's so great. I love the tone. This is that really cool actual spring reverb because my amp doesn't have reverb. My really nice amp doesn't come with reverb. My Vox AC15, but I forget what that's called. But it's great. It's wonderful. So cable to amp, that's receiving the guitar signal. Yay! Steve the Martin has actually been on my list for decades, like literally 2+ decades. This is a Martin mahogany. You know, whatever model it is, it's roughly or exactly, I don't know, the kind of guitar that Eddie Vedder, he keeps coming up. I like Stone Gossard too. Eddie Vedder used in recording Thumbing My Way, and I've always loved that tone so much. It's the mahogany, and we're on acoustic now. Strings matter. I usually use 80/20 bronze elixirs on my acoustics. They sound great on Taylors. They totally took all the dark gooiness, awesome sauce out of this guitar. So I use the elixirs phosphor bronze, which I don't like the tone of on the Taylor guitars. So, you know, you want to switch up your tone on an acoustic guitar, strings matter a lot. Elixirs for me, for acoustics only. Okay, this I found this tagged wrong at a guitar store by a couple $100, and I think the guy. I really wanted to make a sale because he also gave me 15% off. So, you know, not a tremendous, crazy deal, but I definitely got it for a few $100 less than I should have. And the reason I bought it about exactly a year ago, is because this is the tone I want to hear on the record I'm working on, and you're going to hear. And when you hear it, you're going to know that you're listening to Steve the Martin. Okay, this one's cool. This was a gift from a really nice man that I kind of know. It's an SG Classic. It's an SG Classic with the P90s, just like you know who used to play. Okay, shut up. And this one I reserve. It's got the super mammoth strings on it. This is anytime I need to go to like drop C or open C, which is apparently what I was in last time I used this guitar. Because if you try to put normal strings in like down to C, they just wobble around all over the place. So this is a really fun guitar that is kind of a one-trick pony these days around here. This one. Okay. Oh yeah, Elizabeth the Taylor. I've had this guitar since I found the receipt in her case the other day. Since 2005, I bought this guitar from Joe Webb when he was the manager of the Guitar Center in Concord, California, or Pleasant Hill. I forget which one it's in. Anyways, this was the first like real guitar I ever bought myself, and he gave it to me for 1% over cost, so it was quite a steal. But their cost was only like $200 less than the sticker price. So margin's not great on what I consider to be a super nice guitar. This is a 410 CE Taylor, and the reason I play Taylor acoustics, and that Martin I showed you is the first non-Taylor nice acoustic that I've ever bought. The reason I play Taylor acoustics, to even out the playing field here, is because that's what Stone Gossard plays. I've never seen Stone play anything other than a Taylor acoustic, and I played so many guitars, even several 410s, to settle on this one, the snap of the Taylors, that kind of bright snappiness that Taylors have. I just love that sound. 80/20 bronze elixirs on this baby. She has a problem and no one can fix it. Her electronic, there's a wire in there that rattles against stuff, and people are always like, fix your fret buzz. You know, no. Some people are often like, your guitar is buzzing, fix it. And I'm like, listen, it says how to play the song. It doesn't say how to play the song and my guitar's in perfect condition, so go go get lost. Anyways, Taylor 410 CE. I love this guitar. Elizabeth the Taylor. I have a funny story to tell you about Elizabeth, and I remembered it because I found this. It just kind of fell off the case. My luthier in town doesn't know how to spell my last name. That's not the funny story. Funny story is I used to have that guitar at my studio teaching kids 40 plus hours a week, hundreds of kids a week, and they would all use it. Like they'd just bang on it and the whole thing. And Elizabeth went through hell for those dozen years or whatever it was. And then one day, like a year and a half ago, I dropped her on the desk, and she developed a major split in her body. And I took her in to get fixed. And millions of kids bashed her, and she was fine. And then I dropped it on a table and broke her. She's better now. Anyways, it's another in the I don't know category. Let's find out. Oh, this one. Castle Shannon, Pennsylvania, 1994. My mom bought me this guitar. Mexican Strat. I loved that you can... It wasn't always this banana colored. It was less banana colored, but over time, you know, stuff changes color. The wood's gotten darker. The paint has gotten more banana colored. But I love that you can see through the banana, and you can see through to the wood grains. That's what I always loved about it. This pickguard, one of my students in California, Brian, made this pickguard for me. It's had a black pickguard on it when it began life. These pickups were put in by my friend Nick Gracia in Concord, California. If you need guitar work, I think he still lives there, so let me know if you live near there and you want to get in touch with Nick. Don't remember what they are. I remember they were really boutique-y, and he knows a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff, so I didn't ask questions. But, I mean, I've played Yellow Ledbetter on this guitar. Hey, it's yellow. So it was more cream when I bought it. Now it's kind of banana. This is the guitar I learned to play the guitar on. This is the Stratius, too. It's this really cool pickup. I feel like if you're playing a Strat, you should just play the neck pickup, because the only place in the universe where this Stratty tone exists is on the neck pickup of a Strat. So why are you playing a Strat if you're going to use the... I mean, I know there's a reason, but I'm just... whatever. Don't listen to me. This has been a long time that I've had this guitar. It needs a lot of work. This is not my guitar. This is my friend Patrick's guitar. He left it here because he didn't want to take it on the plane. He bought it for himself. He had it delivered to my house because he was coming to visit from New Jersey. I live in North Carolina. And then he didn't want to take it back on the plane, so he just left it here. And I was totally going to use... It's a 12-string Luna. Really pretty, yeah? I was totally going to use it. There's a Pearl Jam song that uses a 12-string. And I was tuning it up. Brand new strings. I think I was the first person to play it. I might still be the only person who's ever played it. Patrick's coming next month, so he gets it back. All tuned up, all ready to make the video, and one of the 12 strings broke. And that was a year ago. And here we are still. I'm going to play it. I don't know what's going to happen. It needs to be tuned. Come get your guitar, Patrick. Of course, I own this for one reason and one reason only. Banjitar. Who said that every wish could be heard and answered? I'm working on my Miss Piggy. Elizabeth the Taylor II. Koa. I wanted the rain, you know, I got the whatever, the spruce, or maybe, and then the Koa and the mahogany. I think I got it all covered, for my taste anyways. I love this guitar, it's just nice. Doesn't quite have the snap I wish it had. That's probably the Koa, so I guess you get what you ask for. But also, I understand that Koa develops as you play it, and the sound changes over time. So I'm excited to see what becomes of this wonderful guitar. It's the 214 Koa. Mexican Jimi Hendrix upside down headstock Strat. It's kind of like, because he was left-handed, but he played the right-handed guitar. So they made it right-handed with the Anyways, this was a gift. The video of me opening it's on YouTube. It's from a million years ago, 8 years, 7 years ago, 7.5. A nice man just emailed me and said, I've got some old guitar gear, like some pedals and cables and stuff I'm just not using. Can I send it to you? You know, love the vids. And it was this really nice Mexican Strat. What a nice surprise that was. I love this guitar. This guitar is in the, I don't play it almost ever. I have it in my head that I'm gonna, here, I'm gonna hit the overdrive here real quick. That I'm gonna like, that I'm gonna do some pickup things and stuff, make this kind of mine. Sounds great. Sounds great. It's got 5 strings, because who knows why. I bought this guitar for a very particular reason, and I got a major steal on it. I got it used at GuitarCenter.com, and it was like way cheaper than it should have been, and it's in wonderful condition. Sometimes I play gigs, and sometimes they're like 3 and 4 hours long, and you try playing acoustic guitar for 3.5 hours, your shoulders won't work the next day. So this is my answer to that problem. It's great. I use a pedal that I don't have it all plugged in right now. So this is just what it sounds like into the amp. You know, it's one of those Taylor, mostly, it's kind of the opposite of the Acoustasonic. This one has 1 acoustic setting and then 3 like jazzy single coil settings. I only use the acoustic setting because to me this is an acoustic guitar, although I understand people use it for different reasons. Also mahogany. Cool. It just sounds cool just straight into the amp. I even have the overdrive still on. But I use it like an acoustic guitar most of the time when I use it. I don't even have a guess for what's in this case. This is... Oh, duh. I love this guitar. I used to play this one like almost non-stop. This was my go-to. Good thing I found it. Woo! I bought this from a teacher at my studio named Laura Zucker. She just wasn't an electric lady, so this just happens to be the same year as the Banana Strat, the year I started playing guitar. And it came, she had it, she bought it from someone, who knows. It has 2 Fender noiseless pickups in it. I adore these pickups, and they did not come standard in this guitar. So someone upgraded the pickups. Oh man, I love this guitar. I'm going to plug it in. I haven't played this guitar in a year, and it's still in tune. This guitar is really incredible. A Mexican Strat also. My turtle, it's not my turtle sticker. It's a turtle sticker. And listen, same overdrive setting that you just heard with that Taylor. Just want you to hear how different this sounds. I think I bought this for $200. Honest to goodness, that's the number. You don't say no when when the price is due for a 94, you know, Mexican Tele. I love this guitar. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think my buddy put something. Oh, there's the bridge. My Nick changed the bridge, and it had a white pick guard when I got it. So new bridge, red splotchy pick guard. There you go. 1967 K. This is the guitar that you would have bought in 1967 if you walked into Sears or the equivalent to buy a guitar because you wanted to play a guitar. Estate auction situation, brother-in-law, $70. I changed the, maybe sacrilege, but whatever, the tuners were no good. You can mess with a $70 guitar. Changed the tuners. This is a project guitar. I think I'm going to put like a pickup in it and do some funny stuff to it. This is the same kind of guitar, exactly, I think, that Jack White plays when he plays that funny looking guitar. It's one of these. I can't stand I'm going to have my buddy Leon do some stuff with it. It doesn't have any dots on the neck, so I put beaver stickers there so I would know what fret I'm on. It's got 5 strings. It's obviously a 6-string guitar. It has 5 strings at the moment. This is in the project category. I would love to be able to play this and have a good time one day. It's not there right now, but I like having it because it's not... Well, you can't sell it. It's not worth anything. So might as well do something fun with it. And this is the star of the show. This is the nicest guitar I've ever held, let alone played. My friend Leon built this for me. My sister and her husband commissioned their friend, and now my friend Leon, he builds guitars. And he built this for me. This was a Christmas present last year, and I was knocked off my... this thing here. This is what Leon's like. the fact sheet. Body, swamp ash 2-piece, 4 pounds 2 ounces. We got neck, roasted maple, dark rosewood pickups. Bare knuckle yardbirds. He knows a lot. Like, he's very particular, and he builds these guitars. Nut, unbleached bone, jack, switchcraft. He swears by the switchcraft. Anyways, this is not a sticker. This is an inlay. That's my turtle logo. And then you got the baseball themed dots, which I just adore. I mean, hey, if you want Leon to build you a guitar, you send me an email and I will get you in touch with Leon, because I just hit myself in the face with it. Because this is like, I'm afraid to kind of take this out of the house, kind of a thing. This is wonderful. It's not branded because it's Leon. Leon Brown. Leon Brown is his name, and normally he puts a Brown, his little logo on there. But he didn't for this one, since it was a special request from my sister and her husband Michael. So that's the one. This concludes the Guitar Tour 2025. And I don't think I've done one for 6 years, so maybe we'll do it again in 6 years. I really hope to not buy any guitars. I hope we don't ever do this again, is what I'm saying. I can't sell guitars. I'll give them away. I give my neighbor the guitar that Mr. Nobody used. Whatever. It's a little one. Not. I'm gonna stop talking now. I gave away the Japanese Les Paul from the '70s to my buddy who was learning guitar. I don't sell guitars. Well, that's why I have so many. But I don't look for them either. But also, I'm a guitarist and teacher professionally, and we're talking about 20. How old am I? Several decades. I've managed to only have that many. Hey, Happy New Year to you. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.